Deb, how are you? Thanks for showing up on time this morning.
Hey, well, still got the bathrobe on, but Joe, your name tag?
Oh, I can read it.
It's upside. Yeah, you can read it. It's upside down.
Oh my gosh.
And your shirt's wrong side out too.
Oh no, did I do that again?
Yeah, you're
I
known for
did it a
that.
couple weeks ago too, and they told me about it at the gas station.
Are we on one of those Zumba meetings? I was looking forward to seeing what's that guy's name? Richard Simmons.
Oh, sweating to the oldies.
Yeah.
Well, you know these kids nowadays running the chamber, they got to do this fancy stuff. I've heard about this Zumba for a long time. I heard about it at the Y, and I just don't go for it.
Yeah, me either. They do need some adult supervision. So how do we operate this thing? Make us cats?
I don't know how to do that. My granddaughter does.
Yeah?
Let me give Miranda a call. Hey Miranda, this is Joe. Deb and I are back here to watch this meeting and on this computer thing here, and just wondered how we get on, or can we make ourselves cats? We wanted it to be funny at first. So.
Or an emu.
Or an emu, yeah. An
Yeah.
emu would work. So if you could help us out there, I'd appreciate it.
No, Joe, you cannot be an emu. No, this is a professional event. No, you can't be a cat either. I mean, is your shirt even on right side out? Hey, can you bring me a coffee though? We're about to start this thing.
Deb.
Hi, welcome to the 2021 Crawford County Business Forecast and Economic Development Update. The decision to host one forecast breakfast was made last year, well before COVID, and these new guidelines and restrictions have honestly made more sense for us to start this new tradition in 2021. Well, and also, I only really want to do one virtual event. Jesse, could you start by telling us a little history of Forecast Breakfast?
Absolutely, Miranda. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. The Bucyrus Area Chamber began holding a forecast breakfast way back in 1936. Here we are, 85 years later, holding our first ever county-wide business and economic update. A lot has changed over all of these decades, and even more has changed over the last year. But one thing that holds true, we really can accomplish more when we work together. Thank you, Miranda, for working with me.
Thanks, Jesse. Appreciate that. It was really important for us that we kept some of the traditional agenda items. So besides our guest speaker lineup, we have obviously invited some very special guests to help us get started this morning. At this time, if you are able, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by the students at the Galion Primary School.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would you pray with me? Well, God, we thank you for all those that are with us this day. It was a trying year last year for all of them, for all of us, as we work through the COVID. Some businesses thrived, some barely stayed alive. But yet we know you are a God of mercy and grace. And we pray that you will be with each and every one of them. We pray that they will be able to get their lives and their businesses back on track. And we pray that the people in their area will support them. So Lord, as we go into this meeting, may we hear great things. May we hear wonderful words. And may we go forth at the end to continue to strive and survive. And I pray it all in Jesus' holy name. Amen.
Today's event is made possible thanks to our Chambers' corporate partner, Anthem. And also, here to welcome us this morning is a man who's been on TV more than he would like over the last year, our 66th Lieutenant Governor, John Husted. In 2005, John married Tina Zweyer, a 1990 Colonel Crawford graduate and Bucyrus native. Tina has never forgotten her ties to Crawford County or to the Chamber of Commerce, where her mother was a director. John and Tina believe in community, commerce, and Crawford County.
Hello, I'm John Husted, Ohio's Lieutenant Governor, It's great to join the Bucyrus Area Chamber of Commerce and the Galion-Crestline Chamber of Commerce. I know you're doing a group event together today, and it's great to be with you. I'm very fond of Crawford County and the area. My wife is a graduate of Colonel Crawford High School, and we get to the community quite often, so it's great to be with you today. One of the things that we think about 2021, Governor DeWine and I, is that it's going to be our year of recovery from the virus, as we get the vaccine deployed, as we help businesses recover, we help put people back to work. It's very, very important that we get the economy moving in 2021. We did our best to get us through 2020 with $8 billion of refunds through the Bureau of Workers' Compensation, including the big dividend that came out, which hopefully your area businesses benefited from, including some of the public sector employers. We hope you benefited from that, getting through 2020. A number of other things that we did throughout the course of the year to try to help businesses get through this difficult time. And as you're rallying to do this big thing in 2021 with restoring the economy, that package we unveiled, that package with the budget on the economic recovery plan, it's $1 billion plan targeted largely at rural Ohio and the communities that make up rural Ohio. So please, whether it's broadband or redevelopment of sites in your communities, we have some resources that we want to make available through our economic package that Governor DeWine and I rolled out on Monday. And so we really are excited about what 2021 can hold. Thanks for the great job you did in keeping your employees safe. We got a little ways to go here, but we're going to come out of this. We're going to be strong. Ohio truly is the go-to state in the Midwest. As businesses are leaving some of the expensive cities on the coast, they're looking for other places. We believe that Ohio is going to be the beneficiary of that. But we want to make sure that this is an inclusive recovery that includes all parts of the state, certainly rural Ohio, and certainly the people from your area. So I look forward to seeing you in person sometime during the course of the year. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to share a few thoughts, and I hope you have a great event.
Today's event is made possible thanks to the generosity of our sponsors: A1 Printing, ADM Benefit Plans Agency, AlterCare. Our next speaker is Dawn Ratliff. Ms. Ratliff is president of ADM Benefit Plans Agency. Dawn is no stranger to the Crawford County community. She's a Colonel Crawford graduate, and her husband reside in New Washington with their 2 kids.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here to talk to you about everybody's favorite topic, health insurance. I know we're all excited. A couple things I am going to start with, just as sort of reminders for those of you who are currently on the Chamber Health Plan. COVID testing is still being paid at 100%. If you are having any issues with that, it could be that they're not using the quote-unquote COVID code. That is a necessary thing to be able to get that paid at 100%. We have fielded some of those calls in the past, just thought I would maybe mention it today. All of that is set to expire on February 28th. That's as I speak here today. Of course, we all know that could change. Now, the treatment for COVID is not 100% paid, but it is covered underneath your plan. And for those of you who might be on Medicare, same thing. They will cover the testing, but the rest of it would be subject to your deductible and or any other co-insurances that would come into play. For those of you who don't really know what I'm talking about, the Chamber does have a health insurance plan offered to you as a member. It is through Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. It is otherwise known as a MIWA, which is a multiple employer welfare arrangement. And basically what happens is they pool everybody's head counts and claims together so that you're somewhat protected. Typically it gives us a lower trend rate, and the Anthem plan right now is absolutely doing well. If you're getting a higher than a single digit renewal, it may be because you've had a bad year within your own specific group. There are many options for you to choose from. You can have health savings accounts, plans that are compatible with those, or you can have a traditional program where you would have a deductible, some 80/20, doctor copays, prescription copays, that kind of thing. One of the things that you will see may be different in upcoming years, regardless of what plan you're on, are going to be higher ER copays. They're really clamping down on people not using the emergency room as a doctor's office unless it's absolutely necessary, and then in which case they would like you to use an urgent care facility as opposed to the ER. They want to keep the ER just for that, as for emergency room purposes. Always remember that your preventative care is paid at 100% regardless of the plan that you select. That is part of the Affordable Care Act that came into play back in 2014. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to call the Chamber. You can call my office or any other agent that does write for Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield and does do group insurance. Thank you very much for your time today. Everybody stay warm, stay healthy, and we'll see you all soon. Have a good day.
This morning's event is made possible thanks to the generosity of our sponsors: Avita Healthcare Systems, Harley's Bratwurst, Central Monogramming. And next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Roger Miller, President and CEO of Mizik Miller and Company Incorporated, who have been serving our area for 49 years. Roger is a graduate of Wintford High School and Tiffin University. He sits on many area boards, including the Wyandotte County Chamber of Commerce.
Good morning. I'm Roger Miller, president of Mizik Miller. We are an accounting firm with offices located in Bucyrus and Upper Sandusky. The firm was founded by John Mizik back in 1972, so we've been around for well over 45 years. And we're fortunate that we're a growing company and we have 17 associates. A little bit about what we do. We're a traditional accounting firm offering traditional accounting services such as bookkeeping, tax planning and preparation, financial statement preparation, payroll processing. We are QuickBooks professional advisors. In addition, we do have a Velocity Valuation Group, which is a division of Mizik Miller that specializes in business valuation. A little bit of state of the union of 2020 and where we think 2021 is going to go. Obviously, with COVID, made a major impact on our business. Come March, we're in the midst of tax season, doing our normal, services, and then the pandemic hit. We had to switch gears very quickly, and we went from preparing tax returns to preparing and processing well over 300 PPP loans for small businesses in our local communities. In addition, we helped many small businesses with grants and credits and small business loans and EIDL loans. So it was a very, very trying year. We had our own situations where we had different people, different employees having COVID. We had to battle through that. We're still battling through that. Obviously, it's pretty hot right now. But we were able, because I got a great staff. I got a great staff. We were able to keep the train on the tracks, and we continue to move forward. It has changed how we have done business traditionally, with the use of Zoom meetings and telephone conferences, and it has made it a little more difficult, but it's probably has made changes that will impact the future of how we do business. As I speak today, coming into the tax season, we don't know what that's going to hold for us, but we have offered the traditional service where you come in and we do the tax return through the interview process. They can do a telephone conference tax preparation return. They can do a Zoom meeting. We do a Zoom meeting and we're doing a return through Zoom. Or they can do a drop-off. So, it has, like I said, it's changed how we're doing business. But we are very, very business. We were able to grow our firm by 2 people. So we added 2 people to the workforce. So the future for Ms. Miller is very bright. The future for accounting services is bright. There is a demand for accounting services, and the supply is there's less supply than there ever used to be. So I guess I'm telling you, if you know anybody that wants to go in accounting, it is a good place to be. There will be jobs available for you. So we're always looking for good people, and so. If you have anybody that needs to talk about accounting, and if that's their wishes where they want to go, they can always contact me and I can talk to them about it. As far as 2021, I view that we got change in administration. Every time you have a change in administration, does impact businesses, small business. What those are going to be, I don't know. We had tax changes back in 2018. We anticipate tax changes again under this new administration, probably good and bad. We don't know, but it is obviously if there's tax change, it does help with job security. In addition, COVID PPP round 2 has come out. We have been extremely busy with round 2, trying to help small business. Just letting you know that round 2 has to be applied for by March 31st. It's first come, first served basis. So if you're available for round 2, you need to move fairly quickly. In addition, a little keynote, farmers, they carved out a little section in the stimulus package that allowed farmers, just farmers, to figure some round 1 of PPP on gross revenue up to $100,000. Does this seem like such a little thing, but it caused us to call about 162 farmers and help them out with getting them some additional funds, and it'll be tax-free funds and forgiven funds. So just a little note there. Other than that, it's changed how we're going to do business. The computers and technology is vital. Cybersecurity is a huge issue right now. So that's we're spending a lot of money on IT and trying to keep our clients safe, our business safe. But other than that, we at Ms. Miller are looking forward, and the future looks very bright for Ms. Miller. Thank you.
Today's event is made possible thanks to the generosity of our sponsors: Bucyrus Copper Kettle Works, Covert Manufacturing, Crawford County Now. Our next speaker is Mindy Selman. Mindy and her husband Russ own Russman Farms. She is a 1985 graduate of Galion High School and a direct descendant of Jacob Rule and C.S. Krim. Mindy is proud that her grandkids are the 8th generation of farmers.
Hello, I'm Mindy Selman from Russman Farms. Our farm is located west of Galion on Iberia Road. And here is my husband Russell, our son Jesse, and our daughter Emily. They help us a lot on the farm along with their spouses and their children. We're an 8th-generation farm. We here at Russman Farms have always known the value of agriculture in this community. There are a lot of jobs and families that are tied to farming in one form or another. I have always said that for every set of taste buds out there, there is a farmer growing food to satisfy it. We started 22 years ago direct marketing our beef, pork, and chicken to the local area, and as of 2021, we supply 4 different stores with our meats and many, many more customers who purchase custom orders or bulk orders daily. We decided to increase our numbers greatly months before COVID hit, and we have always scheduled our appointments a year or so in advance, so we were really set up for the huge rush of customers that came when finding protein in the store was a challenge. We have been able to retain a significant number of those new customers to this point. Emily, our oldest daughter, has joined us in our passion on the farm on the meat business side and has definitely helped me improve the bookwork portion of it. She is also great at marketing. In 2021, we are growing even more by installing a large walk-in freezer. We will also be offering produce from a local urban farm. We all know how important food security was during the thick of the pandemic, and here at Russman Farms we're trying to do our part in the community to make sure that our food security is getting better by the day. In 2021, we're really focusing on developing the technology side of our business. We've hired an outside administrative assistant to help us with that. We've redesigned our website, and we hope to offer online ordering in 2021 for our customers, and just streamlining our technology side of what we're able and capable of doing and offering to our customers.
We row crop, grow non-GMO corn, which we keep separate, feed for our cattle. We also raise winter wheat, soybeans. We do straw and hay, which we sell and use also obviously for the cattle and livestock that we have. We have always tried to advance in any way possible, be it the livestock side, the crop side, equipment, anything we can do to try to make things more efficient, more streamlined, more user-friendly for the workforce that we have. Same with the cattle. We try to keep their best interest in mind as far as how we can keep them on a schedule so they do better and grow better.
Thank you for the opportunity for being a part of the Economic Forecast 2021, and we just thank all of our customers for supporting us. We look forward to serving you in the future.
This morning's event is made possible thanks to the generosity of our sponsors: Divine Style Boutique, Dostal & Kirk, FC Bank. And our next speaker is Mr. John Bassett. John, along with his wife Lori and lifelong friend Sam Thacker, founded the Iron Vault Distillery in 2017 in the old Longstreth Memorial Building in Galion. They pride themselves on being small-town distilled with a small-town style.
Hi, my name's John Bassett. I'm one of the co-owners at the Iron Vault Distillery in Galion, Ohio. I'm here to talk today a little bit about our business and how it has changed over the last year, and it has changed dramatically. Right around the time that COVID became rampant at the very start, a lot of the distilleries were scrambling to see how we could help, because we do manufacture high-proof ethanol, and high-proof ethanol helps fight disease. It kills germs. But there were some problems with that. The problem is that as a beverage manufacturer, we weren't allowed to make hand sanitizer. And what ended up happening is, under the health order, is that the Tax and Trade Bureau which controls alcohol allowed us to start making hand sanitizer. But they had the requirement that we had to follow FDA guidelines. Well, the FDA stated that distilleries under emergency orders could manufacture hand sanitizer using ethanol that is above 160 proof, or basically 80% alcohol. So we had to follow the strict orders. That was extended twice to the end of 2020 and now until the end of June 2021. So we can continue to make hand sanitizer. And we did. We adapted. And end of February, beginning of March, we started looking at how to make the sanitizer, how to source the ingredients, which was no fun, because everybody was buying up the ingredients. We had to drive all over town to find hydrogen peroxide, which was a requirement. Glycerin was easy to get. Alcohol became problematic to obtain as well. There's two ways you can do this. You can either buy already made alcohol, or you can make it. So since we couldn't buy it, we opted to make it. And we did that in two ways. We used basically our bourbon formula, which is primarily corn-based. So we made some corn-based hand sanitizer, and we also worked with Mansfield Distributing, and we distilled down some beer that had expired to make sanitizer. And we continue to make it today. We've distributed to the city of Galion. We've distributed to Galion City Schools, as well as people who come in. And we still today will give away our little bottles for free to anybody who comes in and wants it. So while this is all happening, the CARES Act passed, and the CARES Act had money available for PPE manufacturers, which includes hand sanitizer. As a result, we applied for and received a big grant in order to continue to make hand sanitizer through the pandemic. And we've been working that program. It's a little difficult. It's not as easy as normal manufacturing because there are special permits around alcohol. There's specialty storage requirements and quantity limitations. And we had to get a special alcohol architecture company. We used FMD Architects out of Cleveland. We're very happy with that. And our distillery is currently completely torn apart in the manufacturing area to account for the manufacture and continued manufacture of hand sanitizer. In addition to the hand sanitizer, our a lot of people, unfortunately, under COVID have maybe bought a little more alcohol than they had in the past, and so our tasting room has flourished under COVID. We have people coming in buying all of our various products: vodkas, whiskeys, bourbons, gins, aquavits. So we have a bunch of specialty type products, and it's we've been fortunate that our business has done okay. We're a little bit affected by the pandemic because we did have to switch to making sanitizer. We had no idea what was going to happen to our main business, but we continue to do both. We intend on continuing to make hand sanitizer. According to the grant programs, we have to manufacture it through August of 2021, which has been extended to the December of 2021. But I believe we're going to offer on a smaller scale, maybe after the pandemic, unless it pans out and sales are good, we're going to start making smaller gelled up hand sanitizer following the FDA monograph for making hand sanitizer. So it won't be the typical liquidy hand sanitizer that you see today because of the WHO formula, and we're going to put it in smaller bottles and I won't say we're going to distribute like Purell, but we'll go into all of the local stores in Galion, Bucyrus, Crestline, maybe even go over to Mansfield and distribute some smaller bottles that can be stored on the shelves.
Today's event is made possible thanks to the generosity of our sponsors: Firelands Federal Credit Union, First Federal Bank of Ohio, First Federal Community Bank. Our next speaker is Amanda Sheets. Amanda has been the operations manager for the Crawford Success Center since 2017. She has a master's in education leadership and a wealth of experience gleaned from more than 17 years in the field of education, including several different leadership roles in a large urban public school district.
This is your Crawford Success Center, and you are welcome to visit this facility anytime. I am proud to serve as the director for North Central State College, and I am proud of the work we are doing together. This includes providing access to higher education, improving the level of education attainment for our residents, deliver quality training to workers for area businesses, and be a partner with entities, institutions, and individuals throughout Crawford County. We have already made an impact, seeing the educational attainment in the county increase 5% since 2015, and we continue to make this growth and success a priority. Your Crawford Success Center serves as an entry point for area citizens into North Central State College and a connection point for all of the services available to students. Whether a student is just beginning to explore college or nearing graduation, the staff of the Crawford Success Center are ready to help them find the answers they need. Sometimes those answers are right here. Other times we can access the expanded resources available through our facilities within North Central State. While the practical nursing clinical lab facilities focus on nursing in Bucyrus, we have access to all of the facilities available on main campus too. This includes a state-of-the-art virtual anatomometry table where students can explore and visualize the human anatomy and its various systems over and over again. We can provide workforce training either here or in your facility. We have access to entire laboratories at the Kehoe Center that specialize in manufacturing, information technology, robotics, plastics, individual skills required for your unique needs. We offer college classes here at the center during fall, spring, and summer semesters. A new laboratory was built out and is used for the practical nursing program, which means area LPNs can complete their training without leaving Bucyrus. Our school is here for you, your children, grandchildren, and generations to come. One unique program recently occurred in Galion. The first college academy in Ohio is a partnership between Galion City Schools and North Central State. The Galion Early College Academy, GECA, provides the first 2 years of college courses on site at Galion High School. GECA students spend their junior and senior year enrolled as NC State students. I am proud to share that this spring, the first graduates of the Academy will receive their associate's degree from North Central State. At the same time, receive their high school diploma from Galion. Programs like GECA are part of the College Credit Plus program available to all high school students in Ohio. These college-level courses can be taught by high school teachers if they have the advanced credentialing required to teach at the college level. The Community Foundation for Crawford County recently approved scholarships to help local high school teachers pursue the additional classes needed to teach College Credit Plus in their high schools. These English, math, and science instructors will be able to teach both high school and college level courses. In recent years, the Crawford Success Center has also worked to find meaningful solutions for the training needs of industry leaders. We worked with Avita to meet their needs for surgical technicians, Horde Farms to meet their needs in animal science, Ohio Mutual, Ohio Health, and Timken to help their employees gain new and updated skills, meeting the needs of their organizations. We continue to work with numerous partners to provide supervision training to the next leaders in their organizations. We work regularly with community partners like Jobs and Family Services to provide access to education to many of our friends and neighbors who find themselves out of work. They can complete their training online, often continuing to get their benefits from JFS. Our newest initiative is a partnership with Pioneer Career and Technology Center and the Crawford County Municipal Court system to provide skilled labor as a diversionary program. This program will equip students with the skills and knowledge to obtain careers in construction or manufacturing. Over the years, many North Central State students have been supported by scholarships available from North Central State College Foundation, the Community Foundation for Crawford County, and local corporate and individual donors who understand the life-changing power for college education provides. One of our newest fundraiser for our NC State Foundation is Arts for Success, which showcase the talents of our artists from area high schools along with professional artists from throughout Ohio. Join us on March 4th for this online event and bid on some of the beautiful works of arts donated to support education here in our community. As the Director for Outreach, I am a resource to discuss the unique training needs of your businesses, as well as help convene groups to explore the needs of our community. I'm ready to discuss the needs of individual students or the needs of an entire classrooms or area students who need help gathering information about their educational opportunities. On behalf of North Central State College, I want to thank everyone who has used, explored, supported, and connected with the Crawford Success Center. Crawford County has been consistently supportive of everything we are trying to do to provide access to higher education right here in Bucyrus. We're not done. In some ways, we're just getting started. But it's nice to reflect on the forward thinking of so many to make the center a reality and the efforts of everyone who has connected with the center over the years. As we look ahead to the future, we're going to ask for your help. We've prepared a survey that we will distribute soon to gather input on the education, training, and partnership needs that you feel are important for the Crawford Success Center to focus on in the coming years. As the COVID crisis winds down, the need for higher education has never been greater. 2020, with all of its turmoil and uncertainty, are behind us. It's 2021. It's a time for hope and a time for action.
We are your Crawford Success Center and North Central State College. We are the right college right now.
This morning's event is made possible thanks to the generosity of our sponsors. Flick Packaging, Galion Building and Loan Bank, Horde Family Farms, J&F Construction and Development Incorporated. And now it is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Joe Dugan. Joe Dugan is a real estate broker specializing in commercial real estate since 2006. He and his wife, Gretchen, are passionate about growing the Crawford County community. They reside in Crestline with their 2 sons.
Housing market in Crawford County is very tight. The lack of inventory is making Crawford County prices increase, which causes a supply and demand issue. Lumber prices right now are at an all-time high, so building is a less desirable option. Remodeling costs are considerably higher, although interest rates remain a driving factor for housing costs and remodeling. 2021 is expected to be a great year for real estate, providing COVID vaccines ease tension. Investments in mobile home parks in Crawford County are a driving force right now. Several parks have been purchased and are being updated to a new modern standard. There is a serious need for more upscale apartments and homes in Crawford County. Comps for appraisals are harder to find on higher priced homes due to the lack of inventory in that category. In the industrial market, for real estate, the future looks very bright. Opportunity zones play a major factor in Crawford County. The labor pool is larger than most rural areas and the cost of living is less expensive, drawing interest to Crawford County. Rail is a key factor in this area. News about Amtrak revisiting routes through Crawford County is exciting and may spur further growth opportunities for downtown shopping and dining. We could once again become a destination county. It is a great time to be living and working in Crawford County.
This event is made possible thanks to the generosity of our sponsors. Longstreth Memorials, Magnolia Terrace, Mizik Miller. Our next speaker is Amber Wertman. Amber is the Executive Director of the United Way of North Central Ohio, serving Crawford, Marion, and Wyandotte counties. Working for United Way allows Amber to do what she loves, helping the community. Amber has nearly 20 years of history working in the nonprofit organization management industry.
Hi, I'm Amber Wertman. I'm the Executive Director of United Way of North Central Ohio, serving Crawford, Marion, and Wyandotte counties. I want to thank Jesse and Miranda for inviting us to participate today. United Way shares a great collaborative relationship with both of our chambers of commerce, and we appreciate their support. Hi, I'm here today with Susan Kent, and we're talking a little bit about United Way, our work in the community, and our workplace campaigns. Susan is the Vice President at Ohio Mutual Insurance Group in Bucyrus, and she's also an officer on our United Way Board of Directors. Welcome, Susan.
Thank you. Amber, I'm so glad that we had this chance to get together. It's been an unusual year for everybody, and I know the United Way has been really busy.
Yes, it has been a strange year. Currently, we're continuing to wrap up our annual campaigns and workplace campaigns, which include, of course, local businesses.
Let's talk about workplace campaigns. They've always been central to the United Way's fundraising model.
Yes, they have, and 2020 has been a challenging year. A lot of businesses are struggling. Many businesses are not open to visitors, and their employees are working from home, which makes it very challenging to run a workplace campaign.
But the United Way adapted to help Ohio Mutual run its annual campaign, right?
Yes, and it went really well. We were able to pull together a virtual campaign packet and allow options for your associates to give online, whether it be through a one-time deduction or a regular payroll deduction, and designating to whoever they want.
Ohio Mutual has always been involved in giving back to the community, and we encourage the same from our associates. We hold a workplace campaign each year because we know that the United Way understands the needs of our community, and they will use our donations where they will make the most impact. We know that the United Way will be good stewards of our associates' donations. When we invite our associates to be part of the United Way annual campaign, we give them the opportunity to make a difference in the lives of their friends and neighbors, right here where they live and work.
And at United Way, we have 3 bold goal areas that can help them to do that. We have Bold Goal 1, which was our most popular designee this year, and that includes programs like our backpack program for kids so they can have food and nutrition over the weekends, as well as our music and movement program through the local library. So that's always a popular one. Bold Goal 2 is all about building safe and vibrant neighborhoods. So that includes things like home delivered meals, as well as some other community improvement initiatives. Bold Goal 3 is about leadership and workforce development. So those would be programs that are helping people find jobs as well as stay employed and create a path to self-sufficiency for them and their families.
This year especially, we all want to do what we can to help. This campaign gives our associates an opportunity to participate in philanthropy. With one donation, they can make an impact across a broad range of needs.
At United Way, we often discuss that we're working with people who are most times living on the edge. So they may be employed, but they have a lack of assets and resources. And if you add COVID on top of that, they're struggling with job loss, loss of childcare, or maybe even serious illness. So that makes them one step away from potentially falling into crisis.
So while these local nonprofits are working on getting emergency relief to the families, are they still able to provide a safety net and these programs to the families in need?
Yes, our United Way partners have done a great job this year in these circumstances of continuing to provide programming to the extent that they can. And charitable gifts are down to charities across the region. So it makes it hard for our partners.
Well, I think one reason for that is that all of the in-person fundraising events in 2020 and 2021 have been canceled.
Yes, many of our corporate partners have given to the campaign this year, but have chosen to give directly to the COVID Community Relief Fund, which is greatly appreciated. However, it means that United Way's annual campaign is down, and we are struggling to make it to the annual goal, which will make it difficult for us to fund as many community partners next year.
Is it too late for a local business to make a donation or to run a workplace campaign?
It is never too late, and we would absolutely love any participation and help we can get. So if there is a corporation or business wanting to run a campaign, they can call me directly at our office at 740-383-3108, or they can go to our website, unitedwaynco.org, and find the virtual campaign packet and other resources they might need.
Well, so now that the economy is recovering and the vaccine is becoming more available in the community, what's next for the United Way?
In spite of the struggles that we've had this year, United Way has learned to be flexible and creative and more strategic in our long-term planning. I'm confident that with United Way and our community partners, we can continue to make real and lasting change in all of our families locally where we live, work, and play. So Susan, I just want to thank you for being here with us today, and also thanks to Ohio Mutual for their continued generous support. Again, thank you to the Bucyrus and Galion-Crestline chambers for hosting this event today. United Way would also like to thank all of the chamber members who contribute to our annual campaign. You all make a difference. And let's remember to live united.
morning's event is made possible thanks to the generosity of our sponsors: North Central State College, Park National Bank, Pioneer Career and Technology Center. And our next speaker is Gary Frankhouse. Gary is a Crawford County native. As a local business owner, he sees the value in economic, community, and workforce development. He joined the Crawford Partnership as the Economic Development Coordinator in 2014 and now serves as the Executive and Economic Development Director since 2015.
Good morning, Crawford County. I want to thank you for having me here today. I am Gary Frankhouse, the Executive and Economic Development Director at the Crawford Partnership. I am grateful for the opportunity to share this short video with the business community and provide an update on the strategic planning that we've been working on for the last several months. Many of you remember when we launched the Crawford 2020 Vision Plan almost a decade ago, and we're once again working with New Growth Group, a Cleveland-based research and planning firm, to neutrally facilitate our next strategic plan. Having a comprehensive strategic plan will make our county more competitive when applying for state and federal funding and will ensure that our efforts are synergized countywide. The focuses in the 2030 strategic plan will encompass 3 areas of development: economic, community, and workforce. Each of these focuses will have strategies within them, such as infrastructure, strengthening the existing businesses, attraction of new businesses, government relations, health and wellness, downtown revitalization, leadership development, educational attainment, career and educational opportunities, and more. There's no shortage of the ways the Crawford Partnership and our networks can make a lasting impact on Crawford County. But we need your help. Help us rank these strategies. Tell us what's important to you and share how we can best communicate with you. New Growth Group is facilitating a survey that you can find on our website, crawfordpartnership.org. And it will be available until Sunday, February 28th. We'll use this feedback, as well as guidance from our board of directors, to help craft our roadmap for the next 10 years. I'd also like to share a few other organizational updates. Our CU Lead program, the county's premier experiential leadership development effort, is still accepting applications. The 2021 cohort will launch this April and will run through December. If you or anyone you work with is interested, please check out our website. Over 200 leaders in Crawford County have already completed the CU Lead. And trust me, it's an experience you don't want to miss. We've also added a new team member at the partnership, and I'm happy to introduce our newest staff member, Sherry Tinch-Grader, who is focusing on community opportunity, students in schools, as well as other initiatives related to workforce and education. She has met with many of the local businesses, but please feel free to connect with her on all things workforce. Finally, the area I love. From the world of economic development, there are a few items I wanted to share with you. First, the Transportation Improvement District, or TID, has been created for our county and will aid in the funding of opportunities for projects related to roads and infrastructure. Our office continues to work closely with both Jobs Ohio and our regional partner, the Regional Growth Partnership in Northwest Ohio, for industrial site visits, as well as initiatives like the Rural Industrial Park Loan and the Ohio Site Inventory programs. These programs create funding and connections to companies who are looking to expand, relocate, or open additional locations. Finally, we will continue to highlight US Route 30. It runs through the heart of our county. Having an asset like US 30 that has a 93% travel reliability and is located within a day's drive of nearly 60% of the US population, it gives us an incredible value proposition when talking regionally or even nationally. The Crawford Partnership staff and our board of directors are so excited to see what lies ahead for Crawford County in the next 10 years. We're eager to continue the work we've started and build on the successes and collaborative partnerships we've already established. Thank you for your time this morning, and please don't hesitate to connect with our team if there's anything we can do to help you with your business. Thank you.
Today's event is made possible thanks to the generosity of our sponsors: Ralphie's Sports Eatery, Rock Solid Media, Russman Farms. Our next speaker is Jim Sprang. Mr. Sprang is the founder and principal of Sprang Capital Management, which he began in 1999. They currently serve clients in 21 states. Jim has been and remains very active on multiple national and community boards of directors for businesses and charitable organizations.
Good morning. This was taped on the 12th of February, so if things have changed in that time period, I apologize. This is the first time I've been in a coat and tie in 11 months, probably like a lot of you. The question begs to be asked, why am I doing this? Last year, we were so accurate in our predictions that I couldn't possibly be that accurate again. So I have to ask myself, why would I put myself out and try to attempt it again? But while our government was last year telling us not to worry, that everything was under control, things were rapidly spiraling out of control in February of last year. We told you 3 weeks before the shutdown that something wicked this way was coming. We told you the Olympics would be canceled. We told you that you would be checking temperatures on your employees and customers, and then the economy was shut down. We're not going to debate if that was the correct move or not. There will be thousands of books written and tons of movies made that will be debating the course of action that was taken. We don't know until after the fact how it affected. We saw what happened with China on shutdown. Their recovery has been very rapid and good by doing so. So time will tell when it's all said and done how much damage the economy really incurred. How well you fared in 2020 was purely a function of what kind of business you had. If you were able to work from home, you survived or even thrived. For heaven's sakes, Disneyland is still physically closed. It's never been opened. Will you continue to work from home? There are pros and cons both ways to working from home. COVID is serious stuff. It is not a hoax. We all know someone who's been sick. We all know someone who's died. You know all of this. It's history. So let's get on to 2021. Even with vaccinations and herd immunity, COVID will probably still linger. In spite of what our government has said, it will not magically disappear. There will be outbreaks, and we as a society and economy will need to figure out how to manage these outbreaks. If we are lucky, they will be no more serious than just a normal outbreak of the flu. Will you jam 110,000 people into Ohio Stadium to watch a football game in late August? Will you go to a movie theater? Will you go to a cruise? If your business requires people to congregate in large numbers or work side by side, you're going to have to continue to adapt. Ventilation or air movement is a huge factor. So is spacing. The economics of 2021, the most powerful person in the world for economies is not the President of the United States, it's not the Speaker of the House, it's not the Senate Majority Leader or even the leader of China. It is Jerome Powell, the Chairman of the Federal Reserve Board. He guides and sets interest rates for the entire world, and right now they are effectively 0%. It's free money, folks. Not exactly, of course. You've got to be able to have the cash flow and the ability to pay off the loan, but rates have never been lower to borrow money. Why do you think housing and cars have been selling so well? Of course, housing to some degree is trying to depopulate from the population centers to get away from COVID, but it's still a case of where a lot of millennials are buying homes for the first time because interest rates are so low. There will be more stimulus in 2021. It will be targeted, but there will be more. The Republicans can cry about budget deficits all they want to, but just remember, the Republicans were the ones who were running a $1 trillion deficit even when we had the lowest unemployment rates in 50 years. As a party that used to represent sound fiscal responsibility, they have no financial credibility anymore. The ag sector, which is vitally important to Crawford County, looks poised to have a good year. 2020 was a very good year with good yields and government payments to make up for losses from a trade war with China. Current commodity prices are very good for the price of stored grain on the farms right now. There will be a worldwide recovery when the COVID calamity subsides. The combination of stimulus, low interest rates until at least the beginning of 2023, and a worldwide economic recovery all bode well for overall economic conditions for 2021. Of significant importance is the discussion on increasing the federal minimum wage. We think that there is probably bipartisan support for doing this. At what level and time frame, we do not know. We think that there will be a gradual implementation through 2025 if there is any movement at all in this area. You will need to continue to deal with COVID issues for some time, both from an employee standpoint and from a facility and customer viewpoint. 2020 is thankfully behind us. Let's hope 2021 begins the sustained recovery from the damage that was incurred. We are cautiously optimistic in 2021 that will be a good year for most of our businesses in Crawford County. If anyone has any questions or concerns, since I'm not physically able to be there with you today, we encourage you to call or email us with your questions. Thank you, and the very best wishes for a safe and prosperous 2021.
One last time, this morning's event was made possible thanks to the generosity of our awesome sponsors, Spring Capital Management, Timken, and Tramex Sloan. We would also like to thank every single one of our amazing speakers this morning for doing an awesome job. And an extra special thank you to all of our special guests.
Okay, Deb, I got my shirt fixed. Thanks to you for pointing it out to everybody. And
yeah, well, I thought I'd dress up a little bit, and take off the house coat.
Much better. I was thinking, were you even invited to this thing?
No, come to think of it, no, I wasn't.
Yeah. Well, you know how these kids are.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm really glad for? I'm glad that all this COVID and having to do everything virtual didn't happen when you and I were chamber directors.
Isn't that the truth? So let's leave it to the kids. I'm out of here.
Me too.
All right.
To wrap up today's event, we would just like to thank our amazing speakers. It takes a lot more than you think to record a video like they all did. Thank you again to all of our sponsors and our special guest. We all need to remember that we have a great county with great communities within our county. We have seen such growth in the last few years, and in the last year alone, we've seen our businesses step up and really take care of and support each other. A lot can be accomplished when you collaborate together. Take care of yourselves and be kind to others. Bye, guys.